Hey, payday, you want payday? I know that. Canelo Alvarez, he looks like he's in the best shape in his last several fights. Ego weight watchers. Let's talk about it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Ego weight watchers, aka Ill, where I give you guys a look into the fighter lifestyle, before, after, and progress pics, especially when they have an upcoming fight. So Canelo Alvarez will be fighting against Jermell Charlo. Lions only, keep running your mouth. This Saturday, I will be doing a watch party on the channel. If you are new to the channel, you might as well bump that subscribe button, and I'll see you on Saturday. I want to discuss the shrinking Canelo. He looks insanely lean, and he looks to be in incredible shape. So I want to make this video for you guys. Canelo Alvarez is playing no games. Now, I made a shorter video kind of just giving an overview, but I want to actually compare and contrast to some of Canelo's previous fights. So this is the video that Canelo posted. I'll show it again for the people who missed the first video. This is 48 hours before the fight. Canelo is looking chipped up. He's looking absolutely shredded. And this is the leanest that we've seen him probably since, I really want to say since the 154-pound division. I don't remember the last time he looked like this. He looked lean. He looked real lean in this particular. He's in incredible shape. Canelo Alvarez also has faced a lot of, I guess you could say, backlash, people doubting him, people saying that he's no longer the same, that he looked horrible or at least bad in some of his recent fights. And I told you, Canelo, he is a competitive guy. I think he doesn't like that at all. And now he's like on a mission, because he didn't really look great in the John Ryder fight. But right here, I got to give Canelo his props. The man's looking in shape. He looked like he pulled out all the stops. He took training very serious, as he should. He's fighting against a Charlo. We know the Charlo's come to win and come to fight. And it looks like he, didn't cut any corners. You see him jump roping. Another thing that was, I guess you could say, unique for this particular camp for Canelo Alvarez is he lives in San Diego, but he actually trained in Tahoe. He went away and got away. In the past, a lot of fighters went to Big Bear. And see, this is one of the plush things about being a Canelo Alvarez, being a Floyd Mayweather, having that type of money available to you. You can have a good and proper camp. Like, money is not really an expense. You got a lot of money, just put it that way. Canelo Alvarez got a lot of money, and he's amassed a fortune. So he can travel wherever he wants in order to train. And he can get the best nutrition and things like that. And it looks like it shows. It looks like he really has something to prove, as he should. This is his first fight back with Showtime. His last fight was versus Caleb Plant with Showtime, and that was a good fight. He won by knockout, and he's going to try to knock out another PBC fighter this Saturday. In his way, standing in his way, is Jermell Charlo, of course, who has other plans. Derek James, he had a bit of a rocky last two fights with his big stable. You had a fight with Frank Martin, and Frank Martin was in a very tough fight, even though he won the fight against the Artem Harutyunyan. Tough fight. Some people said they expected more out of Frank Martin that fight. I just think his opponent was tricky. But then, of course, Errol Spence, right after that, fought against Terrence Crawford in the mega clash for undisputed, all the belts. And Errol Spence, the Derek James fighter, came up short. So we're going to see if Jermell Charlo is able to defy all odds and move up in all this weight and pull this upset, because on the sports book, he is the underdog. Canelo Alvarez he, in addition to him being a great fighter, he looks like he really trained. Because look at this, is him when he started camp. You can see right there that this is him starting the camp. You guys see that, right? You see his hair was a little bit shorter. So this is him when he first did the promo versus what I just showed you guys 48 hours out. The weight cut is in full effect. You see what I'm saying? The weight cut is in full effect. So I'm looking forward to this fight. This is a very intriguing fight, really, because the weight jump, it just, there's a lot of questions. I don't question Jermell Charlo as a fighter. I know he got nuts, pause. I know he's a daring fighter, but that jumping up 14 pounds, it got me real curious. Even guys like David Morrell Jr., he said he's crazy and Canelo's too big and too strong. So we're going to see. Weight classes definitely exist for a reason. I'm favoring Canelo to beat Charlo just because I'm not sleeping on Jermell Charlo, but weight classes exist for a reason. I'm just going to keep saying that. And if this was a situation where Jermell was at 54, his old division, and Canelo was just at 60, all right, that could be something different. But jumping up 14 pounds, no acclimation, no tune-up, fighting someone elite. Jermell Charlo's been out of the ring for 18 months. Canelo Alvarez, I know he ain't been out the ring 18 months. He just fought in Mexico not too long ago versus John Ryder. So he's been far more active. He has far more fights above 160. Even when he moved up from 54, Canelo jumped up to 164.5 to fight against Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., son of Mexican legend Julio Cesar Chavez. But the difference with that is Chavez is not a disciplined fighter. So Chavez Jr. struggled to make that weight, and he looked a bit drawn and a bit weight drained. So Canelo had to do less of a weight cut, so he still felt good and fresh. He did get tired in that fight. Chavez Jr., he was draining himself, basically. This is a different situation, a different ball game, because Charlo's moving up to fight someone who looks, at least from the eye test, it looks like Canelo had a great camp. Now, I told you guys to stay tuned to the end of this video, and I was going to compare current form Canelo ahead of this Charlo fight versus some of the older weights that he's done. So just to give you guys an example to compare and contrast, this is Canelo Alvarez previously. This is his last couple of fights. So you look at the shape he's in now versus you look at how he looks right here. Completely different stuff. Let me move over here. So this is Canelo previously, and he looked wider. He looked less defined, obviously. This is him at the weigh-in. So he just looked boxier and more stout, right? And then look at him right here. He just looked big. Like he looked big, again, less vascular, almost like pudgy. Like he had a lot of, I don't know, like he ate some Carl's Jr. or something. He just looked big, right? Face looked real kind of rounded and full. So this is Canelo Alvarez, ego Weight Watcher style, often imitated, but never duplicated. This is how Canelo has turned up for some of his recent fights, right? This is when he was on DAZN. He just looked, dare I say, pudgier. Some people said he was golfing too much and drinking and stuff like that. So you see, boxier, stout. Not if you've seen Canelo in either of these pictures and he was at a beach, you wouldn't think that. You're just like, oh, he's a cool in shape dude. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't think like he doesn't look morbidly obese or anything like that. But just for Canelo's standard, he doesn't look as chiseled, you know, in these previous ones. But for the Charlo fight, he must really respect Charlo, like he's been saying in the buildup, because this is how he turned up for the Charlo fight. This is completely different. And I mean, if you guys can't see, he's more shredded and more dialed in for this particular fight, then I don't know what to tell you. He looked lighter. It looked like his back when he was at 54 or 60 and he's fighting at 68. So I think the game plan was for Canelo to be light, right? Because he's fighting an athletic guy who can move a bit and a guy who's moving up in weight. Now, I am curious for both fighters if there was any drug testing, any kind of above and beyond VADA testing, clean boxing program, because this is an undisputed fight. So I'm just curious because I haven't heard too much, but I will try to look into it. If you guys know, let me know in the comment section. Did Jermell and Canelo enroll in the clean boxing, and did they have proper VADA testing for this mega fight? But nonetheless, Canelo Alvarez is definitely dialed in. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Pause the camera on the Mace. I gotta pause that. And I think there's a stark difference when we're contrasting some of his other recent like this. He just didn't look the same on DAZN. And also it lends credence to what I was previously saying. When Canelo Alvarez was fighting on DAZN against a lot of them dudes, I don't think he looked at them as formidable like majority of them. When he goes to PBC, he knows he's not getting any handouts. He had to fight Caleb Plant. He knows that's a sturdy test, and he got through that. He knows he's fighting Jermell Charlo. But I don't think he put the same level of pressure on himself when he was fighting guys like John Ryder. I mean, look at the shape he was in. It speaks volumes. That's the shape he was in, and he turned up for those particular fights. Just a big difference, people. There's a real big difference. And this is the condition he showed up for the Charlo fight. So he definitely came correct. I will be looking forward to this fight. Come to my channel for the Boxingego watch party. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Who do you have winning? Canelo Alvarez, clearly the bigger fighter here. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. This should be a good one. I'll see y'all on Saturday. And I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We work.